All right. Good morning. Today is Monday, the 21st. It's a wonderful day. It's so beautiful outside, y'all. You should just be happy because it's pretty. It's beautiful. All right. Yesterday was like the first day of spring, so you should be excited about that because that means summer is on the way.
It's actually reverse spring.
I don't care what kind of spring you call it. It's spring.
But it's gonna end up getting colder again because
I don't care. I'm ready. I'm ready. I don't care if it's cold in the summertime. I don't care. It's summer. Understand that I don't care. It's summer. All right, here we go. All right, here we go. This week, guys, make sure you have one more day to do your makeup work, and that's tonight at 11:59. So please make sure you take advantage of that extension. Today. That's it, because Miss Reyes has to grade. So if you have not submitted your interactive notebook, you need to submit. If you did not submit week 7 work, because a lot of you did not submit your week 7 stuff, you need to submit. Okay? 11:59 tonight, it's a wrap. You need to make sure you take advantage of that. Yes. What are you talking about? Yes. Okay. All right. That's what I told you all to do last week. That is the reason why I gave you a whole week off from homework so that you can submit pages. Now, if you didn't take advantage of that, okay, those are consequences for waiting to the last minute. All right. So everything should be submitted by tonight at 11:59. Okay. Any other questions about late work or missing work? Okay. All right. So we're gonna work on our warm up. We're gonna order. Um, we're gonna order real numbers. We're gonna do a maze. Okay. And there's a partner tic-tac-toe that we might do. Oh, and then the test is at the end. If you haven't finished the test, you need to make sure you finish. But you can do that on your own. Okay. So that's gonna be at the end, but we gotta take care of these things first. Okay. Their homework tonight is just makeup work. If you haven't finished already, you need to do already. Okay. You can go back and get those things done because those things affect your grade. And you've had a long time to do makeup work, so this is the last leg. Okay, because I have to start grading that stuff. Last leg. Please get it turned in. Yes, at the end. Just I'm giving you time at the end of class. Anybody else? Okay. All right. So now we're going to write in our planner. I'm checking your planner tomorrow. Today is March the 21st through the 24th, and it's Q3W9. It's the last week of the quarter. The quarter ends on Thursday. The quarter ends on Thursday. So here we got 321, 322, 323, and 324. And again, this is going from March the 21st to the 24th. Okay. This is your math 8, and makeup work, all makeup work due tonight. This is your last extension, okay? Makeup work. I said March. Lord help me. I meant to say makeup work. Shh. Thank you. All right, we do not have tutoring this week because it's the last week, and I'm just going to be grading anyway. I won't have time to do that. Shh. I am going to give you a multiplication quiz because I am learning as I watch you. When I ask you for your multiplication facts, you're typing them in the calculator. So you need to know those by heart. So we are going to do the double times tables: 1 times 1, 2 times 2, 3 times 3, 4 times 4, 5 times 5. So we're doing all the way up to 12. And we're going to write those today. You those are the ones you have to know by heart because those make your perfect squares. Not Friday, but our Thursday, Friday, we're gonna have a quiz on times facts. I may add a couple things that we do this week, but this is basically that's the main thing that we need. Of course, here there's no school here. Okay, I'm checking all of these pages tomorrow. Please make sure you have everything written. Any questions, comments, or concerns? We don't have homework this week. You just need to make sure that you're studying your facts. Okay, I'll pause. Okay, let's put this away. Did you finish copying? You got it. Anybody else? Oh, thank you. Thank you. All right, so let's look at the warm ups on the back. Let's do this. Monday, we are finding the value of x. Okay, please listen very carefully because you do have to know how to do this. We hadn't gotten to this yet. We should have, but we're a little behind this. Okay. X squared. The opposite of squaring a number is finding the square root. So in order to get rid of the square, you have to find the square root on both sides. When you find the square root of a fraction, you have to find the square root of the top as well as finding the square root of the bottom. The numerator is on top and the number that's on the bottom is called denominator. So we're going to find the square root. Think in your mind, what one number can be multiplied times itself to give you 36? 6. 6 times 6 is 36. So the square root of 36 is 6. What one number can be multiplied times itself to give you 81? Say again. 9. 9 times 9 is 81. So the square root of 81 is 9. Any questions about how I got that? And when you do x squared, okay, x times x gives you x squared. So the square root of x squared is just x. Okay, so we got just x here, and here we have 6 over 9. Any questions about how we got that? Yes, baby. Yeah, just come this way and get it. Why are you going around the world and now y'all? Nothing. All right, let's reduce it. What will go into both 6 and 9? 3. 6 divided by 3 gives you what? 2 on the top. And 9 divided by 3 gives you what? 3 on the bottom. This is our answer reduced. Any questions about that? The area of a chessboard is 64 square units. Okay. What is the perimeter of the chessboard? Okay. So here the chessboard is a square. It's a square made up of squares. So we're going to use the formula for area of a square. The formula for area of a square is A is equal to S side times side, or side to the second power. Because when you look at a square, both these sides are the same. All the sides are the same. So you're going to multiply whatever this length is to whatever this length is. Since they're the same, you use the same letter, which is S. S represents side. So now we're going to substitute 64 in the place of area because they told us that that's the area. So we're going to put 64. So we're doing the same thing using the same concept that we used here. The opposite of squaring a number is finding the square root. So we're going to find the square root on both sides. Remember, the square root of S times S is equal to S squared. So you can multiply S times itself and gives you the S squared. So the square root of S squared is just S because S times itself gives you S squared. What's the square root of 64? What? 8. 8 times 8 gives you 64. So the square root of 64 is 8 because 8 times 8 gives you 64. So each side is 8. So now how do you find the perimeter? What do you do to find what the perimeter is? Add all the sides together. So you're going to say 8 plus 8 plus 8 plus 8. Or you can say 8 times 4. Either way, what's the answer? 32. So the perimeter is 32. It's 32 units. Because it doesn't tell us if it's feet, inches, uh, centimeters. So we just use generically, say units. Any questions about how we did that? Pause for the calls. Yes, baby.
Are we going to the restroom?
Did she had knocked on my door, has she? Did she knock on the door? Oh, okay. Page 1 was that cut and paste activity that we did. I need to paste that down. Page 2, we're doing ordering real numbers. Q4, page 2. Ordering real numbers. Ordering real numbers. All right, when you are ordering real numbers, you convert your numbers, you convert all of the numbers to decimals. You're going to convert all numbers to decimals. You're going to then line up by the decimal and compare your numbers from left to right like you're reading a book. Line up by the decimal and compare numbers from left to right. Like you're reading a book. If it's ascending order, it's least to greatest. Descending is greatest to least. Descending is greatest to least. And I'll pause to give you a chance to write. And then we're going to do some examples. Okay. All right, here we go. So let's do some examples together. All right, let's do this. We have the square root of 36. We have the square root of 34. We have 6.2. We have 5.9. And we have, let's see, 52 divided by 5. All right, so now we're going to see actually 10. Let's do 10. Now we're going to put these in order from least to greatest. We're going to put these in ascending order. That's from least to greatest. So the first thing that we're going to do is convert all of our numbers to decimals. So let's convert each of these to decimals and then line up by the decimal. What is this first number as a decimal? What's the square root of 36? 6. Very good. So now we're going to type in the square root of 34. So we know it's smaller than 6, right? So what button do we press to type in the square root? Second and x to the second power. Good. And we're going to type in 34 and press enter. What does that give us? 5.83. So we're going to put that. That's 5.83. Okay. And this is already written as a decimal. And then this is already written as a decimal. So let's change this to a decimal. This is 52 divided by 10. What's 52 divided by 10? What does that equal? 5 point what? 5.2. Okay. So this is 5.2. So now we're going to take all of these numbers and we're going to line up by the decimal. So we got 6 first. And notice how this longest number has 2 spaces behind the decimal. So I'm going to put two spaces behind the decimal here. Okay. Then I'm going to line up by the decimal and put 5 here, 8, and 3. Then I have decimal here, and we got 6 here, 2, and I need a placeholder, which is 0. Then I put 5.9. I need another placeholder, so I put 0. And then I have 5.2. I need another placeholder, so I put 0 as my placeholder. It does not change the value of the number. So now I'm going to compare my numbers from left to right. I'm going to look at the first column here on the left. And I want it in ascending order, so that's least to greatest. So I'm looking for the smallest number. We got 6, 5, 6, 5, 5. So I'm looking at just the ones that have 5. These 3 right here. So now I'm going to look at just these 3. I got 8, 9, and 2. The smallest is 2. So this number is going to go first. So the first number is 52 over 10 because that's the one that's 5.2. Mark it out. Any questions about why I put that one first? Now I'm just looking at these 2. The next smallest is going to be which one? Come on. Which one's smaller? This one right here. And so that's the square root of what? 34. So that's next. So mark this one out. So then this one comes after that. 5.9. It was already written as a decimal. Mark it out. Now I'm looking at just these 2. Which one is the smallest here? 6. Which was what? The square root of 36. Okay. Good job. And so then the last one is going to be the 6.2. Any questions about how I put this in ascending order from least to greatest? Let's do one more descending order from greatest to least. Okay? So we're doing this descending order. Yes, baby? 6.2, baby. Let me know when you have it, okay? Okay. All right, so let's do number 2, okay? This one we're going to put in descending order. So let's do another square root. Let's do the square root of 81. Let's do the square root of 87. Let's do 9.4. Let's do 85 over. Let's do over 8. And let's do 96 over. Um, let's do over 10 again. Okay. And then this one, a decimal, 9.1 repeating. Okay. So now we're going to convert all of these to decimals. Then line up by the decimal and compare from left to right. And remember, this one we're doing descending order. That's from greatest to least. All right, so what's the decimal for the square root of 81?
9.
It's 9. Let's do the square root of 87. How do we type that in? Second, x squared, and what? 87. And what does that equal?
9.32.
9.32. Okay, this is already written as a decimal. Let's do this one. 85 divided by 8.
10.6.
Very good. 10.62. And what I'm doing is truncate. That's cut the decimal off without rounding. And let's do 96 divided by 10. What's that? 9 point what? 9.6. And this is already written as a decimal. So now we are going to line up by the decimal. This is 9. We're going to do 2 spaces behind the decimal. So we need a placeholder. So we got 2 zeros. And let me see how many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, let me move up so I can have some space. All right, so we got, okay, this one. Then we got 9.32, line up by the decimals. Then we got 9.4. I need a placeholder, so I'm going to put 0 here. Then we got 10.62. Okay. And then we have 9.6. We need a placeholder. And then we got 9.1. We know the next number is 1. We don't need a placeholder. We know the next number, and all the other numbers are going to be 1. Okay. We got a 1 out here. These numbers as placeholders would be 0. Okay. That way you can completely compare from left to right. So now we start at this left column. We're looking for the greatest number because it's descending from greatest to least. The greatest number here is going to be 1. This one's going to go first. This is the largest, which happens to be 85 over 8. Any questions about why I'm writing 85 over 8 first? Mark it out. Go to the next column. All of these, the rest of these numbers are the same. They're all 9. So then go to the column right next to it and find the largest number. That's 0, 3, 4, 6 here, and 1. Which one is the largest in the next column? The 6 is. So we're going for this one, which is 96 over 10. Mark it out. The next to the largest is what? Looking at this column. 4, which is which number?
9.4.
Yep, it's already written as a decimal. 9.4. Mark it out. What's the next largest here?
9.32.
9.32, which is the square root of what? 87. Mark it out. What's the next to the largest? 9.1 repeating. And the smallest one is going to be what? 9, which is what? Square root of 81. This is in descending order. Any questions about that? Are y'all okay? Not finished yet. I'll pause. Any questions about it though? DJ, did you get this?
Huh? Oh no, I'm trying to come on. But I'll get it.
Okay.
I'll write it down.
The sheet that I gave you. Let's look at this one. We're going to put this one. This is coloring activity. This is quarter 4, page 3. This is going to be ordering coloring activity. Okay, this is the disclosure on these. These are new, nice, neat, and everything. You didn't buy them. The school didn't buy them, okay? Please take care of these. When you finish with it, put it right back in here. Don't graffiti it. It's not yours. It doesn't belong to you. I would like to keep these for next year. I would. That's the goal. If you feel like you cannot handle taking care of these, just don't use it. Okay, respectfully. All right? Yes, I do. You need to see it? Give me a second. I'm going to explain this and then I'll turn you loose and you can look at my book if you need to. All right, so let's open these up without tearing them because it is possible not to tear them. And you're going to need these colors here that you see. We're going to put these, whichever one is correct from least to greatest, that's the box that you're going to color, and you're going to color number 1, that circle down here, that color. So let's do the first one together. Which one of these is from least to greatest? So here we got a positive 1/2 and then -2 and 0. This is not in the correct order because negative numbers are smaller. So the -2 should go first, then 0, then the 1/2. So this one's not right. Green is not the color. Let's do this one. -2 is first, then 0, then 1/2. This is the right order. So we're going to take our yellow color pencil. We're going to color in the yellow box. I haven't colored in a long time, y'all. It's been a minute. And you're going to color in number 1. You're going to color it yellow. Any questions about that? Are you good? Are you okay? Yes. Okay. You look sad. Are you okay? You're not sad, are you? Okay. All right. Any questions? All right. I'm finished with that. I'm going to stick this right back in here, y'all. I'm going to take care of it because, again, I want to use it next year. And please don't get offended when I say that. It's just my stuff has been getting tore up, y'all. Tore up. And I just don't have the money to replace it, to be honest. All right. So now you're going to do number 2. Same way. It's from least to greatest. So, of course, negative will go first. And then 1/10, you divide to see what that is. What's 1/10? That's point what? Type it in if you're not sure, type it in. Point what? Point one. It is point 1. So this is not the right order because point 1 is smaller than 1.4. So it should go -1, then 1, yeah. No, that's the right order, isn't it? This is smallest, then the next, then the next. So purple. Do we have a purple? We got a purple. That's my favorite color. That's a lot of people's favorite color. It's my dad's favorite color, my sister's favorite color. I think they just copied me though, really. Well, maybe not my dad. My dad's been here longer. So number 2, we're gonna color as purple. Where is 2 at? Oh, right here. That's number 2. Got it? Okay, we're good with that? Are there any questions about what we're doing on this sheet?
Why are there so many
I don't know. They like to. I don't know. So just make sure you color all the 2s. I don't see but 2 2s. Oh, it's one right here too. I didn't see that one. 2 2s. It's actually 3. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. But that's okay. You can color that. They just wanted to be colorful, you know. If it lucky it wasn't me, because we would have had more purple. Purple would have been one of those big circles. And maybe a little one too. That's how much I love the color. All right, so at this time, I want you, if you hadn't finished the test, go ahead and finish the test. If you have makeup work to do your makeup work. Do that first before you do this. You can always go back and do this. Any questions, comments, or concerns? Are y'all okay? Remember, today's the last day for makeup work, so please take advantage of that, okay? All right, I'm going to go ahead and stop the video if you don't have any more questions. Because all we're doing today is just the rest of the day, makeup work, and finish this. If you finish this, then I have a maze that you can work on after that.